It is mailbag time here on Falcons Today. I'm answering questions that came in during our live show, which airs every single Thursday. Come back next Thursday as maybe you've already heard, maybe not, but next Thursday will be my last live show, as it will be my last week at Chat Sports and covering the Falcons channel here. So we'll save some of those details for later on, but let's get into the mailbag, starting with Gabriel. What's up, Petey? Wanted to ask you about your opinion on the Falcons having 5/6 primetime games. Does this mean that the NFL senses something? Yes, but it does not mean those senses are always correct. How many times have we seen the NFL toss the Bears into and the Jets? Although the Jets, they really took advantage of with Rodgers. But like the two teams that come to mind as examples of pumped up with primetime games that did not deliver happened to the Bears like more than once. Big market team in Chicago, and they've had some potential over the last couple of seasons, more so around like that 2018 era. But more recently, I think about the 2022 Denver Broncos. That was Russell Wilson's first year in Denver. The Broncos were filled with primetime games, and they sucked. So the NFL, I think, sees something in Atlanta for sure. They also have not gotten a lot of prime time out of Atlanta. It wasn't too long ago the Falcons and the Cardinals in 2022 were the only two teams to not play in a primetime game. And the NFL, unlike the NBA, does not care about your market. The most primetime games this year went to Kansas City. Forget the Chiefs. Just think about it from a city market standpoint. 7 primetime games to Kansas City. The NFL does not care about how big your TV ratings are. If you're a good team, they have shown that people are going to watch. And I think the NFL is banking on two things with the Falcons. One, them being a good team. Two, them trying to rejuvenate a good team in a good to great market. Could be a double win for the NFL. Gabriel, great question. Ammon K, are you concerned that the Saints will be so bad they will get the number 1 pick and be good after that? I mean, sure, but like the Browns have had the number 1 pick a lot. So have the Jags. If anything, the Saints are probably going to have like a Jets effect where they win a game late and get the 2nd overall pick and miss out on Trevor Lawrence and get Zach Wilson instead. But I can't say that I'm concerned about this because I don't even know who's going to be that 1st overall pick next year. Like, we knew it would be Caleb Williams, right? Arch Manning's the popular name, but his plan was to do 4 years of college. And next year will be year 3 in Austin. Now, maybe with the Saints on the clock, his hometown team, that could persuade him to leave early. But I can't say I'm concerned right now, and neither should you. Jack Sherwood, is there an update on Asante Samuel? This has been a name that has been highly discussed amongst many fan bases and teams as a good free agent target. The update is that he suffered a shoulder injury early in 2024, caused him to miss almost the entire season after the first 4 games, or missing the rest of the season after the first 4 games. The fear is that the shoulder injury might be more of like a stinger, and it's a chronic stinger, and it might lead to more neck problems. So I think Samuel is unsigned for one reason and one reason alone: medical concerns. At some point, unless he just retires altogether, someone's going to give him a chance, no matter how big of a red flag it might be from a medical standpoint. But I'm guessing right now Samuel is being patient. He wants to get all the medical facts together, and then from there go, hey, I've got a clean bill of health so I can get more money. Versus, I can take this really cheap contract from insert team, and then in a month have a clean bill of health, and I could have gotten way more if I just waited a little bit longer. So that's kind of the latest on Asante Samuel. There's a neck injury that is delaying things for him. All right, name your favorite Falcons DB. Just scroll on down in the comment section, name your favorite one. Would love to see what kind of names we get out of all of our great viewers. We're going to look at the rest of the mailbag questions in just a second here, but Jalen Walker and James Pierce jerseys are available at chatsports.com/ATL rookies. I put that link in the comments and description of today's video. So if you want to get a new Falcons jersey, use this link to support the channel and get a jersey for your new favorite player on defense. Vincent, I could see the Falcons versus Buccaneers being America's game of the week in week 1. We're going to look right now, NFL week 1 schedule, because I don't think so. I can see the thought process behind it, but here we go. Let's look at week 1. We start things off whole week, in Philly on Thursday with Dallas coming to town, then Brazil between the Chiefs and Chargers. But actual Sunday slate, Lions-Packers. Lions-Packers, I think, is going to be America's game of the week. I think it's already been announced, too. That's the Fox game, I'm pretty sure. That's 3:25 Central, 4:25 Eastern. Only 4 games in the afternoon window. 2 at 3:05 and 2 at 3:25. I wish they had one more. But all right. So it's going to be Lions-Packers. Taryn, we will miss you, man. Can we also get the Falcons, get the record prediction? I put a record prediction video out, and I've got Atlanta going 10-7. Winning 4 out of their last 5. Hopefully, I can't say for sure whether or not that means they win the division, but hopefully hosting a playoff game next January. Taryn, thank you so much. Really appreciate your kind words and your support. ZD, to wrap it all up here, will the Coup incident still live rent-free in your mind after you stop being the host? Also, we are beating the Jets and Cardinals. There's a lot of things I love about this job. One of them is the annual tradition of record prediction video, and everyone gets super mad that I picked them to lose to a team they view as inferior, as if this is not the NFL where it's any given Sunday. But sure, they can beat the Jets and Cardinals. Yes, the Younghoe Coup incident will live rent-free in my mind forever. When I tell people about this job in the future and describe what I did, I'm sure I'll bring up some stories as anecdotes to paint a better picture. And one of them will be, I'd go live for NFL free agency, and the whole chat convinced me that Younghoe Coup was released because Twitter was down. So, yes, ZD for sure. We'll just run through some of the super chats we got during our live mailbag as well. Shout out to Grand Limousine. Thank you so much for all of your support over the years. Kraft, going to miss you guys a lot as I get ready for a complete change altogether, but thank you so much. Aiden, you're the man. You've been here for such a long time. Thank you. Rusty Moore, if it's not "See You Again" by Wiz Khalifa, it's the song from Green Day of life grabs you by the wrist and tells you where to go. So make the best. They always play it's something unforgettable, but in the end it's right. I hope time of your life. Is it Green Day? I think it's Green Day. Yeah. Time of your life. That's the most iconic middle school, at least for me when I graduated middle school, video montage song when everyone's crying. Not me, big boy middle school. All right, Rusty, thank you so much, though. Really appreciate it. There will be no oiled up show. I like where your head's at, trying to sneak that in as hey, you have to do this before you leave. But, yeah, that one's not in the cards. That is for your own good. If you'd like, though, Jack Sperry, who hosts the Steelers channel at Chat Sports, he had a viewer send in a super chat big enough for him to get oiled up. That was really weird. But that's on YouTube. I'll tell you when. It was a Steelers watch party. It was after the game was over. And it was late in the season. So if you want to spend the man hours, I don't remember the game, but go to some Steelers watch parties from Steelers Talk, scrub all the way to the end, and just look for a moment when he has his shirt off. And then you can see a Chat Sports host oiled up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate all the kind words. And again, this upcoming Friday, May 23rd, will be my last day hosting this channel and working at Chat Sports. Very bittersweet. Excited for the next chapter, which I'll share with you guys then. But definitely right now, a lot of sadness thinking about all the great things I'm leaving behind here.